SHTR 103.7 South Huron Talk Radio. The Squawk! Was that radio-like or what, you guys?
Yeah, we'll add some cool, like, toilet flushing sound effects right there, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Shock Radio.
I'm your host, Louise Chonky Gravy, and with me today are my two cousins.
Matthew!
And Steven.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so I want to know. Craziest thing that you probably mistakenly think that you can do, like guys who think that they could fight a grizzly bear and win.
I know I couldn't beat a bear. I think I have enough knowledge how to survive a bear encounter, and I could probably beat like a really small black bear, but a grizzly bear, no way. But the thing, I one time I think saw a video or something that was like, if you're on like a plane and a pilot like gets incapacitated, the control guys, they'll talk you through landing a plane. I'm like, oh, I could land a plane easily. Press some buttons, you have them talk to you. Then I'm like, landing's got to be a whole other story, but hey.
But you think you could do it?
I could absolutely land a plane. I'm really good at those claw machines you see in arcades. Anything with a joystick in general, pretty capable with that. I do feel like this kind of confidence is really bad because, I mean, honestly, if I was somebody who did know how to fly a plane, but some guy was like, I watched a video, I'd be the kind of person to be like, oh, he watched a video, I won't pipe up. Like a former pilot who's retired, he's like, well, I could do it, but he's just like kind of reserved and quiet, and some guy's like, Joe Rogan told me how to fly an airplane, and then they all die, obviously. What about you guys?
For myself, people seem to be scared of the idea of like long stretches of being alone, like say going to Mars or something, and it might take you a year. People are like, oh, the psychological difficulty of doing that, of not seeing other people for a year, be very difficult. Like there's that scene in Interstellar where Matt Damon wakes up basically and he sees humans after not seeing humans for a long time, and he basically breaks down in tears, finally having someone around. I think I just wake up and be like, oh, you guys are here. That's
and
fine.
He was frozen for a while.
I think I could do it. I think it'd be fine.
I think I used to think this too. You would see those things like, could you survive in a room for like 100 days by yourself? And I'm like, easy. And then the pandemic happened and I was like alone, and it was tough. It was tough. Boy, does physical human contact or the absence of that really make you lonely. I've never yearned before.
Louise, you didn't say what you would.
So I mistakenly think I can do most workouts that I start. Half an hour of Pilates, no problem. And then I'm like, I hate you, Daryl. Like, it's bad.
Daryl's the Pilates instructor?
Daryl is the Pilates instructor, and
that feels
bad.
weird.
It'd be even weirder, though, if Daryl was not the Pilates instructor and she was saying that.
Daryl's just another guy trying to survive.
Figment of my imagination, Daryl.
Even worse.
I think actually though, remember like track and field days when you were a kid? So the one thing I could do okay was a high jump, where you like jump on
over the bar?
Over the bar.
You jump high?
Yeah, I thought that was kind of fun. There's like the
nothing
mattress
screams fun
thing.
like 2 bars and another bar to go across them.
Yeah. Well, I thought it was like pretty fun. So
Louise's birthday party. She's like, guys, I got the high jump from the school.
Yeah, I swear that would definitely be something that I would be interested in. But I think to this day, if you asked me, like, could I do it? I'd be like, oh, yeah, I can clear that bar, like, stupid high.
I'm just imagining you setting up a high jump now, being, like, so confident you're going to do it, running up and just, before even jumping, you tear both your quads, like, just crumpled in a heap in front of the bar. Well,
based on the Pilates experience, that's probably what would happen, yeah.
Would you do pole vaulting?
Yeah, that would be so fun.
Matt, would you do pole vault?
Maybe. I was just thinking, like, so I have helped Louise down from, like, a 2-foot step before. She's like, take my hand, as we're hiking or something like that off a rock. I'm like, the height that you go on pole vaulting is, like, significantly more than that. I was just thinking of that one time in pole vaulting, pretty recently, maybe this last Olympics, perhaps, where the guy's wang, like, was his downfall.
That's what I'm scared of. I'm scared of that or it, like, going up my butt.
Because it's a long way down.
It's a long way down. Is there another track and field event where your penis would get in the way and disqualify you?
What are the track and field events? Shot put?
Hammer throw? I don't think you want your dick getting caught up in the hammer throw.
There's like the running.
Is there hurdles?
Hurdles, yeah. If you had a giant dick, that would be a problem.
I did hurdles. I hated them. It hurts when you hit them with your leg.
Yeah. What about with your penis?
Well, my penis was way too small for that. Not a problem.
You can compete safely with a micro dick.
Yeah.
His last name's not the only thing that's minor.
And on that note, our theme today is the lunar module just became a lifeboat.
It's time for a sketch.
It's time for a sketch.
Oh, yeah. We're in a park. It's daytime. There's a couple. Jay and Kathy are strolling along the park path. They slow and wave to another couple, Stella and Leo. They stop to chat, exchanging hellos. How have you guys been? You just got back from vacation, right?
We did. I wish I was back there. Well, for the more relaxing parts. There was a bit of excitement. Someone made off with Stella's purse, so we chased the guy down, found our way into a cockfight, accidentally insulted someone, and ended up playing Russian roulette with some Serbian gangsters. They were actually pretty nice guys. We all got tattoos after. Yeah, we always try to stay out of trouble on vacations, but trouble seems to find us. What about you guys? What have you been up to?
What have we been up to lately?
We did that walking tour of Calgary.
Yeah. Oh, that was a lot of steps. Fitbit nearly went on the fritz.
Oh, that's nice. Were you there during the stampede?
Oh, I wish. I don't think my allergies would be able to handle all that animal dander. Calgary, more like Calhary. Am I right?
Cool, yeah.
Next up is Moose Jaw.
If we play our cards right.
Yeah.
Kathy notices Stella and Leo's subdued reactions. She gets in her head. Oh my god, they think we're boring. Are we boring? Are we becoming that couple that is so unexciting that they zap the fun from others just by being near them? Leo is definitely judging right now. Probably fighting off a yawn. Sorry, Calgary isn't quite as exciting as a cockfight. Probably stunk in there anyway. And knowing my luck, I'd have caught bird flu or histoplasmosis. Oh god, I am! I'm a fun-zapping bore!
What else? Oh, got a new lint trap for the dryer. That's been a game changer. Right, hon?
Oh, yeah. Huge upgrade. Though I'm gonna miss our nights of de-pilling our sweaters. She's back in her head. Oh god, lint traps? Lint? Lint isn't exciting. Lint has never been exciting. No one gets excited about lint, except maybe old blue hairs and the Maytag repairman. Oh, the Maytag repairman? What a hip and current reference. Oh god, I'm old. Old and boring. I should just get a perm, buy a shitty little rat dog, pack it up and move to Boca Raton already.
We have been talking about getting a couple of bikes and doing a trip up the coast.
Cool. Bikes.
Oh, we talking Schwinn? Huffy? I'd go for a tandem personally.
We meant Harleys.
Oh, big boy bikes. Neato. You should. We just made a big purchase too. Went all out on some candlesticks. Stainless steel. Or maybe pewter? Either way, they really jazz up the breakfast nook.
Riz up. They riz it up.
What?
Funny story, and speaking of dangerous, we forgot to blow out the candles one day. Left them burning. That could have been a disaster. Burning down the house, am I right? Oh!
Yeah, but we bought really cheap candles. They usually stump themselves out after 20 minutes. So, it was fine.
Yeah. Well, you can't put a price on safety. Sounds like you can. And it costs pennies.
Stella, Leo, and Jay laugh. They laugh? They laugh at our danger? We're laughable? Oh man, I guess it really wasn't that dangerous. We knew those candles wouldn't start a fire, and we always have the fire extinguisher and backup extinguisher ready whenever we light a match. Plus, what were we busy doing when we left them lit? Napping? Napping, because we ate too many pancakes. It wasn't even an absurd amount of pancakes. We each had 2 and shared a little one. The syrup just makes us so sleepy. Oh my god, we're so boring and lame. Pancake naps and candlesticks? It sounds like something from a cozy mystery for sad, childless ants.
Kathy, Kathy?
Kathy snaps back. What?
I was just talking about our redecorating. What was the name of that really exciting color we painted our bedroom?
Oh, tapioca white?
Ah, that's it. So creamy and unassuming.
Why the hell are we like this? Tapioca? So plain. The paint mixer said it was the easiest mixing job he'd had in years. But it's our favorite dessert. And of course, it matched so well with my throw pillows and the Chantilly lace doily set. A doily set? Who the hell is a doily set? Matlock's grandma? Oh my god. Now a Matlock reference. I'm ancient. If the wind blows too hard, I'm gonna disappear in a poof of dust. I better start looking at multivitamins. Ugh, Stella and Leo are so cool. Just make up something exciting. One up them. Yeah, stretch your butt back to the cool side, like the cool new Kathy Bates Matlock. Yeah, tell them you met Smokey Robinson. No, wait, that's something that would impress your great Aunt Gerthy. What if, oh, yeah. Kathy breaks out of her daze. We killed a guy. Yeah, who's old and boring now? We picked up a hitchhiker, and then we drove them into the woods, and we spent the next several hours torturing and dismembering them. Booyah, bitches! Someone call Kitty Loggins and tell him we're on our way to the danger zone. Stella and Leo stare, stunned.
What the fuck?
She stomps away. Leo follows, after disapprovingly staring down Kathy. Someone can't handle the heat! Better blow out your candles, or buy some cheap-ass ones. Woo!
What are you doing? Her brother was just tortured and murdered while he was hitchhiking after his car broke down last weekend.
Oh, that's why it was so fresh in my memory. We gotta get out of here.
Yeah. Plus, I'm syrup sleepy.
Pancake nap time! Jumping high five, freeze frame, and scene. Steve, you mentioned you had something to tell us.
Big thing going on right now, the tariffs. Once I had it explained to me what tariffs are, basically I know now things are getting more expensive. And, we just started here at the radio station. We hired some new people, but might have to be some cutbacks. So we either have to trim down kind of our crew by, Jeff, he's kind of the sound guy.
Oh, he's so good.
So good, yeah. I know he's had a rough time.
Yeah, we can't get rid of him.
No, so it's either kind of, Jeff or Melissa.
No.
Oh, no, I love Melissa.
I know, and she's just went through a really tough divorce, and
yeah, definitely not.
No,
Melissa.
we should do whatever we can to keep them.
So it's kind of those, those two, or kind of the elephant in the room. Well, Matt, you requested. Like your headphone, we could get rid of Jeff and Melissa, or we could get rid of your solid gold jewel encrusted headphones.
Oh, no. We can't produce a good podcast if I don't have my jewel encrusted, platinum, uranium shielded headphones.
That would pay everyone's salary for 3 years if.
These headphones aren't even that expensive. They cost what, like $300,000? Big whoop.
But also 6 elephants died to make them.
Audio doesn't transduce without the ivory. I don't even know how you guys can hear me right now.
So you think we should get rid of Melissa?
I guess if that's the decision, yeah, we gotta. These babies go from 5,000 hertz all the way up to 500,000 hertz.
Those are giving you neck problems. Like
they're really heavy.
You look like a dog that's confused all the time.
Over time, though, my neck would become really buff. I will look like Jason Statham.
It's at like a 90-degree angle. You make Quasimodo look like he has perfect posture.
There's like a vein in your neck that is just throbbing all the time.
Every time you take off those headphones after we record, there's blood spewing out of your ear holes.
The diamonds are very sharp, but essential. Guys, have you heard the expression, diamonds are forever?
Sure.
Have you ever heard the expression, Jeff is forever? Have you ever heard the expression, diamonds are a girl's best friend?
Yeah.
Have you ever heard the expression, Jeff is a girl's best friend?
What about Jeff Goldblum?
Listen, if we were employing Jeff Goldblum, then I would agree to part with my headphones. But we've emailed him so many times and he's never got back to us.
Jeff's last name is Goldblum. It's close.
I know. When we hired him, I thought we were getting the real deal.
He does record audio with his shirt off, kind of posed in that sexy lay-down way from Jurassic Park.
That was in the contract that I made him sign.
Okay, so that's also a problem. That's what HR was messaging me about. Okay.
He said that it was inappropriate. I said, do you want this job, Jeff, or not? What about this? What if I sell my diamond-encrusted microphone and I replace it with a simple gold-plated microphone?
It's a fair compromise, I suppose.
But Jeff still has to keep his shirt unbuttoned. I'm firm on this one.
I can tell. You're lifting the desk. Okay, well, how about you get rid of the diamond-encrusted microphone. You get a gold one with rubies, but Jeff gets to put a shirt on.
Okay, but it has to be a tight shirt.
Deal.
All right. Well, thanks for sharing that with us, Steve. And Matt, thank you for making some kind of compromise, I guess.
Anything for the show. I'll do anything.
Warm up the funsies. It's time for some prank calls. Cowabunga! Whoa!
Matt, I'll hand it over to you. You seem like the shyster.
They don't call me Prank Hank for nothing.
Who calls you that?
I call myself that.
Remember in high school we called you Ding Dong Dick? It's because your dick was small like a doorbell.
Okay.
Okay, ready, guys?
Hello? Sorry, I was on the toilet.
Hi, is dumb, smelly dipshit there?
Sorry? Could you repeat that?
I'm looking for dumb, smelly dipshit.
Oh, well, I'm sorry to have to tell you this, but, well, dumb, smelly dipshit, that was my husband, but, well, he passed away 2 months ago.
Oh, his name was actually dumb, smelly dipshit?
Yes, well, we called him dumb. It was short for dumb old.
Oh. Oh, God. Oh, I'm sorry, smelly, or Miss Smelly Dipshit. I'm sorry for your loss. Goodbye. Oh, that did not go how I thought it was going to go.
Should we,
Do you want to do, like, something different? Like, do we have any budget for a giveaway?
That might lighten things up.
Matt, you might have to give up maybe your button pushing stick that you used to hit record on the mic.
How about I give up one of the rubies from it?
Okay, yeah, let's do that. Give a call. Caller number 7. You might get a ruby.
The lines are hot. Caller number 7, you are on the air.
Anyways, and I was saying, so, yes, my lovely dumb, he was working under a tractor, and the tractor wheel just fell on him, and splat, eyeballs popped out of his head, shot 2 yards into the air. You know, they always say you evacuate your bowels when you die. He did, but it didn't come out of the hole you expected. Guess which hole? Belly button.
You're right, I did not expect that hole.
Most people say the belly button's not really a hole, but it was a big hole on old, dumb, smelly dipshit.
Well, congratulations, you win.
Easy access to his organs, I suppose. Doctor used to just reach in there, fiddle around. He lost a class ring once in there.
Guys, should we just hang up on her?
It's
Feels rude,
irreplaceable.
Does she want the prize?
My ruby ring was in there, too.
Yeah, give it to her.
Yeah, so about the ruby, you just phoned in and won a ruby from SHTR 103.7 South Eastern Talk Radio.
Oh. Can I eat it?
Now, a word from our sponsor.
Are you a lonely guy who needs a shoulder to cry on? Maybe you just need to hear the sensual voice of a woman tell you that it's normal to sit in the corner of a bar creeping out girls while you nurse the same glass of Coors Light you've had since 7 o'clock. If that sounds like you, then call Yacky Jackie's talk service for lonely losers, man. Dial 1-800-SAD-SACK tonight to chat and get reassured about all your little witty bitty flaws. Yacky Jackies. Uh-huh. Hey, it's cool to have no friends. You know who had no friends? Benjamin Franklin. You're just like him. And look at that guy. He discovered keys. Yacky Jackies. Hey, no. All the hottest guys have low T. Yacky Jackies. Women love guys with dangerously low muscle mass. Makes you easier to lift.
Yakky jackies.
Chicks dig guys who have an encyclopedic knowledge about the Roman Empire. Yeah, we're always thinking about it, too.
Yakky jackies.
Being good at passive exile, too, is a skill that all the ladies love. I know I wouldn't exile you from my path to my pussy.
Yakky jackies.
No, sweetie. Everybody thinks that your ironic t-shirt with Sloth from the Goonies looks really good on you. Real tight and showing off your man titties.
Yakky jackies.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Smelling like a honey glazed ham is sexy.
Yakky jackies.
Remember that time when you owned the libs on X? Yeah, X. Everybody noticed and laughed.
Yakky jackies.
That Hooters waitress was just pretending she didn't want your number. Keep asking.
Yakky jackies.
Oh, yeah. Mouth breathing? Such a turn on. I love knowing that you're still alive.
Yakky jackies.
No one can notice your bad Turkish hair plugs. And if they are staring, it's because they're jealous, Daddy.
Yakky jackies.
Axe Body Spray owes you a debt of gratitude for keeping them in business. I love the smell of a skateboard.
Yakky jackies.
It's fine to inhale during a goodbye hug.
Yakky jackies talk service for lonely losers. Sorry, I mean men. That's 1-800-SAD-SACK. Every call is $69 a minute. Yeah, 69. Get it?
And we're back. But I want to ask you guys, what are you listening to these days?
I've been listening to a couple of podcasts. One of my favorite podcasts, The Neighborhood Listen, is back for its 8th season. Lots of improv, Paul F. Tompkins, Nicole Parker. Really fun things going on in the quirky little town of Dignity Falls. And I've also been listening to a new podcast called The Content Factory with Tucker and Becca. It's a really fun time. You'll have a giggle fan if you listen.
I've been listening to Abracadabra by Lady Gaga because how could you not? And the Linda Lindas. We got to see them recently. It was a super blast. It was super fun. And I've been listening to a lot of Matt complaining at night because I steal all the covers.
Wait, you guys share a bed as cousins?
I told you, we're kissing cousins.
Sounds like you're doing more than just kissing. What I'm talking about.
Matt, what are you listening to?
So as you guys know, I'm really big into vocals. And I found it's really interesting with the vocals sound a little bit, like a little bit ethereal. So I've been listening to like when goats scream, they really sound almost human, but not quite.
Oh, I thought this was like a band, like when goats scream. It's not a band? You're talking about like when actual goats?
Yeah. On YouTube, some people do remixes of them and post some beats behind it. So it's like a boom, a boom, a boom, ah, a boom, a boom, a boom, ah. I'll send you guys some tracks after this. It's really great stuff.
When you're listening, do you listen on your Bleats by Dre? Bleats.
Yeah.
Bleats by Dre.
Yeah, we got it. We have a music break. Holly Clausius is a queer Toronto artist with a timeless, unique sound, mixing genres like pop, soul, funk, and rock. Clausius's vocals have been described as smooth as a cup of chamomile tea and as sharp as a sewing needle. I'm very excited about this one. It is Holly Clausius, Thinking About You.
We were just kids when we first met. Yeah, we both had our hearts broken. Thought that maybe it was a sign we could be each other's lifeline. Thought that we could heal each other. Imagine we'd find part of us inside the other. But then you start those lies. You said I'm all about myself, that I don't care about no one else. But I'm always thinking about you and everything I'm all about myself. That I don't care about no one else. But I'm always thinking about you and everything that I do. You said I'm ruining your life. I got you staying up all night. But I'm always thinking about you. I'm always thinking about you. Thinking about you, thinking about you, thinking about you. Thinking about you, thinking about you, thinking about you. Thinking about you, thinking about you, thinking about you. Thinking about you, thinking about you, thinking about you. Thinking about you, thinking about you, thinking about you. Thinking about you, thinking about you, thinking about you.
Pitch it or ditch it.
So you guys have an idea. What is it?
We were doing this thing called texting, and Matt dropped an amazing idea. It is Easter weekend as we're recording, so it is topical.
Let me pitch you the title to start with. Good Friday the 13th.
Boom.
Whoa, right there.
$1 million, please.
We're talking two of pop culture's biggest icons, Jesus Christ and Jason Voorhees. Jason is back. He always comes back, but he always comes back in a unique way. This time, he's resurrected.
I was going to say even a step further.
Go.
Jason is the second coming of Jesus. Look how many times he's been resurrected.
It would be hard to remain atheistic or agnostic if you knew how many times Jason came back. You're like, there's some divine intervention in there. Okay.
Here's an idea. Okay,
Yes.
no.
Yeah, like what is the new pitch here?
Okay.
Okay. So
Okay.
Okay.
I was going to say, basically, we're both so excited about this idea.
It's such a great idea.
Why are you so excited?
I was going to say, I'm going to rip off a lot of stuff from the movie Immaculate with Sydney Sweeney, but what if Pamela Voorhees, what if she was part of like a weird religious kind of sect cult who wanted to rebirth Jesus with science? And they did, and it was his baby, and he's Jesus' son, but there's no father, immaculate. But she's like, this is weird. Also, this is just kind of like a fact about the movies. He was going to be called Joshua originally, and Joshua is like what Jesus translates to?
This has more connection than I even thought.
Exactly.
They both get resurrected constantly.
Constantly. Jesus just gets resurrected one time.
Jesus gets brought back constantly.
What are you talking about? You guys are inventing these connections.
No, did you not read the sequel to the Bible 2, where it comes back again?
And then there's the Bible, and then there's the Bible Part 7, where a psychic girl accidentally brings him back to life because she's trying to bring back her dad.
Okay, here's something I was thinking. What if Jason converted to Christianity and tried to become a good person?
I'm interested.
But everyone's still really frightened of Jason because they know his murder is past. But you see him trying to help the poor. He's helping in a soup kitchen. But everyone's too afraid to come eat because they think he might murder him.
I mean, fair.
Here's another connection to Jason being Jesus.
Please.
Jesus was a carpenter. Jason, in Part 2, has a ramshackle shack that he built himself, clearly. That's carpentry. Stigmata. Jason gets stabbed in the hand. Actually, that's not true, but he does. He kind of crucifies Crispin Glover's
Wait a
corpse
second.
with-
Wait a second. I'm going to stop you guys because I don't hear a movie. I just hear all these like crazy ideas.
Camp Crystal Lake has been turned into a Bible camp.
Oh, that's good.
They discover things about Jason Voorhees. They discover things about Pamela Voorhees. The nun, her name, they find out she's Sister Mary Voorhees, and her sister was Pamela Voorhees. And she says, oh, Jason, yes, that was my sister's son. He drowned in the lake, and then he maybe came back. And they're like, came back? Like a resurrection? Like our boy JC? She's like, maybe. And they're like, well, who was his dad? And she's like, there was no father.
Well, like so this kind of religious Bible cult sees all these similarities between the original and Jason and think maybe Jason is JC reincarnate, so we should bring him back and he will become our savior. And then they don't realize the horror that they are about to unleash.
Can I say a tagline?
Please.
Once he died for your sins. Now you pay for them.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. And what if at first he's kind of working in their service, but then they can't control, it's like Dr. Frankenstein can't control his monster anymore.
Yeah, he's like, hey, go kill like all the people we don't like. Go get rid of all the gay people and the trans people. And then but Jason's like, how about I just he doesn't talk about it. He's just like, no, I'm just gonna kill you guys.
And what if, in the end, this hateful religious cult goes on this rampage. And then the people they're going on a rampage against are the ones who save them in the end. Like all the LGBT community, they save the crazy religious
What the fuck
cult.
is this movie?
This makes perfect sense to me.
This
I don't know.
makes
comment. This is
no
a
sense
comment
to me.
on society.
This
on
makes
religion
zero.
and
It
misplaced.
makes minus 0 sense to me.
I promise you, this makes roughly the same amount of sense as any other Friday the 13th movie.
It really does. It really does.
Okay, so I've never seen a Friday the 13th, but I also have no idea why you guys are so obsessed with this.
Did you not hear Matt say Good Friday the 13th?
I heard it. I think it's dumb as hell.
How about, Louise, let me pitch you a brand fresh idea, and you tell me if it'll be a success or not.
Okay, go ahead.
Jason is at the bottom of a lake. He gets reanimated because an anchor hits him and electricity travels down, and that's why he becomes alive again. And then a bunch of teenagers are on like this prom trip on a boat, and he kind of climbs over the edge and starts murdering them. And then they go to New York inexplicably, which doesn't look like New York at all because they clearly didn't have the budget. He punches the guy's head off and then goes on a rampage in New York. Is that a good movie idea?
I watched that.
Shit, I was hoping you'd say no, then it'd prove my point.
What about this, Louise? Jason Voorhees. He gets blown up by the FBI because he's been this unstoppable killing machine for so long. Problem solved. Then at the corner becomes obsessed with Jason's heart, which is still beating. And he ingests it and becomes possessed by Jason. And now Jason is this kind of demonic worm that's being passed from person to person. As
Yeah,
he's
that's
possessing
fun.
them.
That's fun.
Trying to get... Okay, that's an actual real movie as well. You get what the movies are.
They're bonkers.
Yes.
Okay, but let me pitch you this other movie. Camp Crystal Lake has now become a biblical camp.
Yeah,
And
but like Snooze
this
Fest.
cult tries to resuscitate him because they realize the similarities between him and Jesus Christ.
Jason Voorhees is a businessman, and he doesn't understand women. And he takes a bath, and a hairdryer falls in the bathtub. And suddenly, now he can hear what women think.
Okay, I've got one for you guys. Ready? Jason Voorhees stumbles upon like a swamp, and there's a giant green guy there, and then he also has like a donkey friend, and then there's also a guy with a really bad haircut who's all like, "I'm Lord Farts a lot." But do you like the idea?
I'm more on this crazy church for Good Friday the 13th.
You guys are really into this idea.
It's such a great idea.
I had another idea called Friday the 13th Red Scare, in which I think Jason, set in the 80s, the Soviets find out about Jason, this unstoppable killing machine in America, and so they kidnap him and take him to Russia to do more experiments. But there's also other people there who have like powers and stuff.
Yeah.
And then shit gets crazy.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, this idea sounds cool as shit.
That sounds cool.
So there's a Bible camp. It's
Okay,
just a normal
and
Bible
here we
camp.
are again. This
Just-
is where
okay,
we're
can we just-
back.
Yes, I know Bible
You
camp.
guys really
you
took
hear the
like
words
very
Bible camp and
literally
you think,
like,
this is
we're
boring.
filming on Easter weekend, and you were like, oh, I know.
We didn't say that.
The Easter
Good Friday
story.
the 13th. It's
Like you
perfect.
guys almost showed up and were like, you remember Prince of Egypt?
Hold on, you're suggesting Prince of Egypt with Jason Voorhees.
Let my people
I didn't. I
go.
didn't suggest
Machete? Okay, it's a camp for troubled youth, and it happens to be run by a Christian lady.
Yes.
I think it has to be religious in some way.
that. Why?
It's right in the title.
Because we're going to talk about Jason being
No,
Jesus
because you guys are
Christ.
obsessed with Good Friday the 13th. That's what
Yeah,
got in your
that's
head.
how we have to tie it.
The title comes first.
I don't know that we need an Easter movie that is Jason Voorhees themed.
You're out of your mind.
Okay, pitch it. Good Friday the 13th. Go.
There's a Bible camp. It used to be Camp Crystal Lake, where Jason Voorhees drowned as a child. Every time they reopen the camp, he comes back, kills everybody. They stop him. We find out that Pamela Voorhees used to belong to a church, a weird sect that was intent on bringing Jesus back to life to create the second coming. And they impregnated her through science using DNA they found from Christ, from that spear he was stabbed with.
Yeah.
This is kind of the plot to Immaculate, which we're ripping off. She had the baby, Jason Voorhees, but he didn't come out right. The church wanted to get rid of him, and maybe they even tried, and he came back to life. They couldn't kill him. So she ran away with him, ended up at a camp as a cook, and her baby drowned again. But this time he didn't come back, or did he? She died before she found out. Matt, take it.
He's resurrected. Jason comes back. He rips off everybody's heads. There's about an hour of that standard slasher stuff. The youth pastor gets his head ripped off and his guitar just like shoved down his throat, etc., etc. Bingo bongo, credits roll. The movie costs $4 million. It makes $30 million at the box office.
You know how in Superman movies they'll often do like a Christ parallel and they'll have him like with like he looks like he's on the cross when he's floating? What if we do that with Jason where they see him like in the distance and he looks like he's got that cross kind of form, but then they realize he's been in an explosion. He's flying towards them, spinning really fast with two machetes like a helicopter, and he cuts off all their heads.
Yeah, that's great.
Is that how they stop him? They re-crucify him?
Oh my God.
Yeah, I think so. They probably got nailed to the cross or something.
This is outrageous. We're going to shut it down. You guys are bonkers.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us. Check us out on YouTube. We've got a Instagram. We've got a Tumblr, I think. You can check out all these things